Hey, what's going on, guys? Let's do this problem right here. Here this question is asking to find out the volume rotated by this region. Now, to find this one out, we have to draw the graph first, right? If you draw the graph for this one, it will look like this. First, we are going to have a parabola opening up because this is positive, and there's no addition or subtraction. This means this is passing through the origin. So this parabola is going to go through the origin. And the next one, we have a straight line, y is equal to x. There's no addition or subtraction. It means this also going through the origin. So the line is going to go like this, right? And the area we are interested in is this area, this region. I mean, what the volume interested in is this region rotated around y is equal to 5. Now, let's say this is 5. And we are rotating this one around this axis. Now, to solve this one, we can use Inversion method. To solve this one in terms of Inversion method, we have to use this equation, that is V is equal to volume is equal to phi A to B outside radius square minus inside radius square. And if you notice, this is parallel to x-axis, right? So if this is parallel to x-axis or rotated around x-axis, we have to use dx. So all our values should be in terms of x. Now, in this case, the main thing is finding out the radius. Radius is going to be outer radius. Let's try to find the outer radius. If we want to find the outer radius, what we do is we draw a arrow like this, and wherever the arrow touches last, that's going to be the outer radius. And in this case, this is y is equal to x square, right? Y is equal to x square, but that's not going to be the distance from here to here. Y is equal to x square is distance from here to here, from bottom to top. But from here to here, we don't know. So to find that one out, what we can do is, we know this total distance is 5, and this distance is x square. If this is x square, if this is 5, from here to here, this is going to be 5 minus x square. So that's going to be the outer radius distance. Now let's go ahead and plug the values, but before we do that, so let's note that one down. Outer radius is 5 minus x square, and inner radius is, when we draw an arrow, wherever the arrow touches first, that's going to be the inner radius. That is y is equal to x. But the distance x is from, again, this is from bottom to top. So if we draw a line, this is going to be the x distance. And we know the total distance 5. If this is x, from here to here, this is going to be 5 minus x. So r inside is going to be 5 minus x. So these are our radians. And also we need limits of integration. If this is rotating around x-axis, we have to know the limits of integration in x-axis. So we know that this is passing through the origin, but we have to know what is this distance is, where these two are touching. Now to find that one out, what we do is we equate these two equations. X square is equal to x, and if we simplify, like, we can say x square minus x is equal to 0, and if we take x common, this is going to be x minus 1 is equal to 0. From this one, we know that x is equal to 0, x is equal to 1, right? So this is going from 0 to 1. So the limits of integration is going to be 0 to 1. Let's go ahead and plug this one. Phi going from 0 to 1. Outside radius is going to be 5 minus x square, right? Inside radius is 5 minus x square, then dx. Now we have to find these values. It's better to find this one separately and plug this one later, right? So let's go ahead and find this first. 5 minus x, let's get rid of this part. So here we are going to have 5 minus x square mean, we can write this one like this: 5 minus x square times 5 minus x square. If we expand this one, if we simplify this one, 5 times 5 is going to be 25, and 5 times negative x square is going to be negative 5x square, minus x square times 5 is going to be negative 5x square, and then x square times negative x square times negative x square, that's going to give us positive x power 4. And if we simplify this one, this is going to be 25 minus 10x square plus x power 4. Now this one is this part, right? Now let's do this one for this part. This is 5 minus x. 5 minus x times 5 minus x twice, and this is again 5 times 5 25 minus x times 5 times 5 25, 5 times minus x, that's going to be minus 5x, minus x times 5, that's going to be minus 5x again, and minus 6 times minus x, that's going to be plus x squared. And if you simplify this one, that's going to give you 25 minus 10x plus x squared. So we have these two of these simplified. Now let's go ahead and plug this in this equation. Here we are going to have phi going from 0 to 1. First we have 25 minus 5x. Okay, first one is 25 minus 10x squared. This is going to be 25 minus 10x squared plus x power 4. And the next one is going to be 25 minus 10x plus x squared dx. Now let's simplify. 5, 0 to 1, 25 minus 10x squared plus x power 4 minus 25 minus minus, that's going to be plus 10x minus plus, that's going to be minus x squared, and all times dx. Now if we can simplify this one furthermore, this is going to be 0 to 1, and this 25 can be cancelled, and this 10, negative 10 and negative 1 can be combined, and that's going to be give us negative 11. So this is going to be negative 11x squared, and the x power 4 remains the same because we don't have any other x power 4. So this is going to be just x power 4, and the next one is going to be 10x, and that's it, right? Dx. Now let's do the integration. If we integrate this one, it's going to be 5 times minus 11x cubed divided by 3 plus x power 5 divided by 5 plus 10x squared divided by 2, right? And that's it, and this is going from 0 to 1. Now let's continue in this side. Let's get rid of this part. Okay, so we can continue this one right here. So here we are going to have 5, and if I plug 1 for this one, this is going to be 5 times 11 times 1 cube, that's going to be just 1. We don't even have to write that. Minus 11 over 3 plus x power 5, so that's going to be 1 power 5, that's going to be 1 over 5 plus 10 times 1 square, that's going to be 10 over 2. So this is what's going to remain, and if you plug 0, this is going to be 0, 0, 0. You will get all the values 0. If you multiply 5 by 0, that's going to give you 0. So we can simply substitute 0. It's not going to change anything. Now here all we have to do is simplify this one. That's going to be the final answer. Now if we have to take the common denominator. 3 times 5 15, 15 times 2 30. If we take 30 common denominator, this is going to be 3 times 10 is 30, right? So this is multiplied by 10, that's going to give us negative 110 plus 6, and this is 15 times 2 is 30, so we have to multiply the drop by 15. 15 times 10 is going to give us 150. 150 minus 140 is going to give us plus 40. Plus 40 plus 6 is going to give us plus 46. So 5 times 46 divided by 30, and if you solve this one, you will get 23 over 15, 5, and that's going to be the volume of the region rotated by this axis. And that's how we do this kind of problems. I hope it helps. See you next time.